Good evening, everyone, or good morning if you're over in Aussie land, as we've got a beautiful playoff game from the first round coming to you guys, and it's going to be between Larkstar and his Norse Beard to Death, and Hiruma and his High Elves, the Flying Rainbow Ponies. So we're going to have a quick look at the two teams and then see if the game's started. So this is the Norse team. It's a fresh, one-season-old team from Rebbl 5B, where they won the division. And, I mean, it looks pretty good to me. I mean, not gonna lie, there's some pretty nice development on this team. Probably the one thing I'd say is it's lacking a bit of guard. But, block Yeti, best first skill on a big guy. Hands down, block every time. You know, his Ulf's Mighty Blow, block, one of them has guard as well. One of them's a bit slow, not what you like to see, but yeah, it's still useful. It still has the block. Every single player on this team has block because of this. Two Pawmin Berserkers, one with tackle, which is going to be good in this matchup. One with dodge, not sure how useful dodge will be, but we'll find out. Two Blodge Step runners, one of which took Sure Hands to act as the ball carrier, and one of which took Diving Tackle to act as sort of like a nuisance piece. One doubled guard on a lineman, nice to see. Couple dirty players, and an extra tackle. Only two tackle on a team, that's probably the weak point, I'd say. And yeah, let's go have a look at what he's going to face. It's going to be the second oldest team in this playoffs. The Flying Rainbow Ponies have been around for quite a long time. And boy, is this a nice elf team. Tackle, Palming, Catcher with two movement busts. You keep him because he's your tackle palm, but two movement busts, he's a bit slow. Still the same speed as all the Norse, though. Plus strength, plus strength, plus strength. 3 strength 4s. That's pretty crazy. Really nice throw with Agi, accurate sure hands. This guy's going to be an amazing ball carrier. A really annoying kick, Blodge Step, diving tackle. An Agi 5 catcher. Everyone loves Agi 5. Strip ball on a leaper as well. That's really nice to have. So yeah, this is a really nice team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players. So maybe one thing he'll be looking at being a little weird, a little bad is low number of players for the game. Only one bench slot. 2,200 versus 1880, so the Norse will be getting quite a bit of inducements. So we're going to pop ourselves over to Cabal TV, see if they've got this underway. Yeah, 300 plus inducements. It's going to be a pretty big amount. So let's throw this up. And it is live, and let's join them in. Okay, so here are the inducements. We've got a Nuffle altar in play. So Larkstar, being the home team of Norse, actually has a Nuffle's altar, giving him cheaper star players for even more inducement fun. We've got a wizard, we've got a bribe, and we got 2 star players, including the bomber and the chainsaw. So we can tell exactly what Larkstar's goal for this game is, and it is going to be murder, murder, murder. Boomer, one of my favorite players in all of Blood Bowl, because he costs 10k with a Nuffle's altar. 10k. And look at this deep bench. The Norse are going to be able to foul to their heart's content. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have the dirty player lineman that's sitting over here on the bench in for the first drive, but maybe he just intends to be fouling with the chainsaw. So still, I mean, I think I'd replace a normal fresh lineman with a dirty player. Just have some extra options. Because I'd rather this guy was on defense, honestly. this tackle guy. But, yeah. Elf team definitely, definitely needs a bit of trimming. I mean, when you have 7, 8 really good players, something's gotta be in risk, right? Something's gotta be at risk. And we are gonna see, a pretty, classic, you know, protect 5 formation shifted over to the side of the pitch to kind of just, like, shorten amount of area to get, like, you know, players around the team. So it's a little harder for the Norse to really, like, box you in when you're over like this. But then again, I mean, Norse are, like, the kings of the sidelines, so maybe you shouldn't be wanting to head towards the sidelines so quickly. So it's certainly, like, interesting to see people's thoughts on, you know, do you want to stay near the sidelines against a team that has so much frenzy? He's got a bit of sidestep to counter, so, like, these players here can hug the sidelines pretty well, but only 2 sidestep on an elf team is actually pretty low, to be honest. Starting with both the Palmers on the line of scrimmage, I love it. You know, you don't really... Maybe you want to use one of them as, like, a snipe for a good player at the back, but, you know, you just take your hits early with them and palm them on. A little easier to protect the piling on when it's on the line of scrimmage, and also easier to work around their frenzy, which is sometimes a negative trait, but also can be very good. Got his sure hands runner in the back. That's going to be his ball carrier. There is the kick skill on this elf team, so I'm assuming a kick shallow to this corner, just in case of a blitz. I don't think kicking deep against Norse really changes much. The Norse don't want the ball. That being said, like, if it's really deep, it's a good kick, but if it gets anywhere in the middle, then the Norse are really happy. So it's always a big question when you have that kick player is, do you kick short corner or do you kick deep corner? And I go both ways sometimes on this type of matchup. Norse are slow enough that if you do kick deep, you might be able to get enough of your players in between them. Make it hard, especially if the runner has to run like 3 or 4 squares backwards in order to pick the ball up. He goes for the shallow option, which again, I don't hate, just in case of getting that blitz. Ball scatters nicely for the Norse, though. So we're going to start to see our line blocks. Frenzy already doing a thing, getting him a knockdown that he would not have had. Doesn't break the armor, will probably pile on. Doesn't pile on. Didn't break the armor. I can see the merits in not piling on if you don't break, but... Oh, okay. So this is actually why he didn't pile on, and I see it, and I love it. So what he's doing is he's trying to surf this blitzer. Oh my god, he did not need to surf it. Can we see the Apo this early? It does come out. It saves him. But now it's going to be an uphill game. As no Apo against this much kill power. Oh, man. I don't know what it is, guys, but I've cast 3 games before this one. And it has not been... Like, it's not been good for the teams. There's been a lot of blood. We had, like, 4 deaths in the last game I cast, and there's already a death here. We haven't even got to the chainsaw. Dub Skull coming with the Berserker. He re-rolls it. Has 4 re-rolls though. So, that's fine. KO from the Pylon. Didn't need to use Mighty Blow on the armor, so the Pylon was a very good choice. And yet another removal found. Setting up to protect his player on the ground. Also offers, no, if he had stayed there, he could have offered a 3 dice on the second hit of the Yeti block. Nice with the Rebbl counter. Gotta love the enthusiasm we have to supporting our own divisions. Yeah, he could foul it. I don't like the foul there, Incesticide. Just because, I mean, you have a bribe, but like, do you just take it for the numbers game? Or do you wait to try and nab a much better player, which you're pretty guaranteed to get? I can definitely see the merits in just sticking the chainsaw into him and bribing right away, though. Because you do have a bribe in play. And yeah, an extra removal turn 1 would be nice. But it looks like Larkstar is of the opinion that he's going to save his chainsaw and the bribe for a better target in terms of value, not opting to go for a rookie lineman. And yeah, the side with the ball was kind of weak without moving the chainsaw back there. It's still kind of weak, but we'll see. Can the elves get enough people around this ball to make this distance detrimental? Like, you definitely blitz this guy in the middle here, this lineman, and flood and kind of like put a large number of players here in between, which I think is probably a pretty good idea. You can also just palm something up here that's like a little more valuable, but it's pretty hard to get like a great hit over here. And yeah, so this base makes me think he's going for the I'm gonna cut your team off plan. Which I always think is a good idea as elves. When you have the movement advantage over a team, just cutting a team in half can really up the pressure on them. You've got to make, like, Larkstar's going to make this game about removals. You have to make the game about the ball, basically, as the elf team, the team with the higher agility and the ability to pick balls up off the ground. If you make the game about the ball, you usually can do pretty well. Here comes the palm. Does not break the armor. Doesn't put himself on the ground. And I think that's the right call. I think you surgically pile on after you've broken armor. No reason to put yourself on the ground at risk of a chainsaw foul when you're not even that guaranteed to get something out of it. You have to roll 2 high numbers in a row. Yeah, some juicy targets for the chainsaw, but I don't like chainsaw blitzes, to be honest. And I don't think there will be one. I think it's going to be a palm into a chainsaw foul. Probably going to be targeting this elf. You can nab a guard over here. And then palm him with this guy. I would have liked keeping this guy maybe like on this square and then trying to get like a different player in front. And especially getting sidestep onto the corners that are blitzable is really nice because it's a lot harder for the Norse to set up their frenzy blocks if you have sidestep. You remember once the movement busted Palmer dead? Yeah, I can see that, Monkey Chunks. Ooh, GFIs to get in front. Uses one of his 4 rerolls up. Those 2 rerolls, those extra rerolls were given by the kickoff event, so both players can kind of think of using that reroll as, oh look, now the kickoff event just didn't happen. Too good to fire, but yeah. Ooh, I might even, if I'm Larkstar, go after this guy. He's kind of like out by himself. And this is the backup to the one that is busted. If he does that, can he then just move the ball sideways, maybe to like stand around this player? I think he has enough players to get there and cover that. So I think you can go after this catcher and then just like try and stay here near it. This guy's gonna be a problem though. The leaping strength 4 tackle. And we're already down 2 players on the Elven side of the pitch. Okay, here comes the base from the back. Into a palm blitz. Yep, palm blitz. Gets him on the first try. Oh, injury doesn't even need to pile on. And it's an MNG. I guess he's safe. Massive though. Elves down to 8 players already. Moves up quite a far distance. The chainsaw can slot in behind him as well. Yeti doesn't want to move. He's fine where he was, but I mean, you know, if he could move, that would be nice, but you know, it's not a big deal. got a pretty safe cage here. Does not have guard from the back, which might be a problem. But it's going to be hard to get someone in there to cancel both these assists. That being said, 1, 2, 3, just a GFI to cancel this one. Bases up the Ulf. Interesting choice. Doesn't get rid of anything there. So it makes me think he's not going for the ball. It would be double GFI with the player that's really good at sacking anyways. Maybe he's just going to target something good back here. If he had based up this Ulf instead of that Ulf, then I could see, like, he might have been targeting the Palmer. With his Palmer. Could still do that plan. Okay, so it looks like we are targeting this Palmer. And we're gonna come and try and nab him here. Oh, and we get him! That's a niggle. That is still damage. I don't remember what a 1 is. It might be another niggle. It is. Well, actually, he chose a niggle. I'm not actually sure what 5 plus a 1 is, if anyone knows that out there. But that Berserker really now not great. For a player that often gets fouled in Retribution, having a niggle is pretty dangerous. That being said, this catcher's in for a world of hurt this turn. They're both niggles? Okay. I thought that 1 and 2 were both niggles, so yeah. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, that was a very big removal for Haruma. Takes a lot of the kill power away from Larkstar's team. Problem is, did it come too late? Because he had already lost a bunch of L's. We'll have to find out. And it's certainly not going to, like, cause any loss of numbers for the Norse. It's just loss of a good player. Yeah, just this one tackle left on the pitch. So if you can nail this guy as well, then Haruma's going to have a hard time dealing with dodge. Especially when the chainsaw's off. Then again, Norse has a lot of fake tackle in the form of Frenzy, so... yeah, pow fishing. Everyone's favorite. Alright, so 2 assists means that the tackle can now hit him. And nabs him. Oh, that's an injury. What is in these dice? And that's a dead elf. What are in these dice, guys? Oh my god. Well, if he wanted that thing to die, it's now dead. Yeah, who needs Mighty Blow? Just roll boxcars into an 11. 66565. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm just like, I've been casting the most brutal games this playoffs. I've missed a few of them. There've been some brutal ones that I didn't get, but all of the games I've had have been brutal. Yeti actually fails to break armor. But Yeti doesn't have Mighty Blow, so, you know. Funny that. He's on that real slow path to get himself up to 16 SPP for Mighty Blow. But you gotta take block when it's offered to you, so, I mean, you don't fault the guy. We're gonna move the cage up so we're not in a based cage. He can use the diving tackle and the chainsaw to form the back of the cage. And then he can take some pot shots if he wants. I probably wouldn't, though. I'd probably just leave these guys where they are. You don't want to hit a sidestepper, especially when you don't have tackle. And cause it to move in on your ball, because it's so close. And with the Dirty Player tackle just based up with Strength 4, this is a free 2-dice block to take out the only tackle left on the team. So that could be interesting. With only 7 elves left on the pitch, and still quite a lot of turns for the Norse to remove some more, slash, you know, just ignore them as they waltz up the pitch. It's not looking likely for Haruma to be able to stop this, unless he gets a risky sack on the ball here, somewhere, at some point. Yeah. Down 3 men is tough. Yep, 2D from the back of the cage if he wants it. Can he get there easily? It's gonna be difficult to leap to that square, though. Though he can 2D from... No, because this is guard, so he can't 2D from here. So he has to come from this square, and getting there is not easy. Too many players in the way, I think, to get it this turn. The most worthless chainsaw. It's not even needed. First world problems. First world problems. If you told me that I'm not going to use the chainsaw all half because every hit I make is a removal, I'd say it's a good chainsaw. Doesn't even have to risk getting sent off to get the removals. Blitz on this lineman probably, and then just reset everyone in front of the ball. Take your nice 2D on this guy. Interested to see where this blitz is happening. Maybe he could run up and blitz this Ulf. Oh, we're just going straight after the chainsaw in the back. There's the risk of it. If you don't get the knockdown, it's stand firm. Does get the knockdown, but only stuns. And you have to, yeah, you have to GFI away because this is such an easy surf. To be honest, it's still an easy surf. You blitz. So you put your guard on this square. Then you run in, you blitz here, push here, here. This guy hits, pushes here. This guy hits, pushes here. This guy blitzes out, or hits out. So this guy could be surfed, and I think everyone in chat wants it to happen. Because if there's something about, you know, Rebbl Blood Bowl chats that we want, it's surfs. These guys are pretty much locked to each other for the rest of this half, I think. But I think that's a fair trade. Whoa, whoa. It's definitely easy. It's just a bunch of pushes, David. They're all 2 dies. Well, except the last one. He doesn't even need the guard. He can just do it with this tackle guy. It could still happen. He hasn't blitzed yet. And you don't need the guard guy. You can use this tackle guy. He can get to this square. He'll be lying down before the 5 pushes. Yeah, could be. Free 2 die block. Hitting the sidestepper. Gets the POW. Doesn't break the armor. Moves over here now. And now we have the guard on both corners, which is nice to see. And not the easiest thing in this team, because those are the only 2 guard. Yeti blitz, I'm assuming now? Because he hasn't moved anyone else. Yeah, Yeti just blitzing the nice free snack that's in front of him. Not getting anywhere with it. Run back and 1, 2, 3, 4 assists, dirty player foul. You have a bribe, so just because it's your last tackle, bribe kind of makes it okay. Doesn't send off, finds the removal. Down to just 6 elves on the pitch. Six elves too many. Don't worry, Sauce. I think that it's gonna be down to like 3 or 4 by the time we end this drive. Cannot even set a rule of 5 defense. Are we leaping in on the 1 die? It is a chain push, so you can make the ball scatter out the back. Maybe retrieve it with the Agi and punt it. I think if you're gonna try something like this, this is the turn. You're not gonna get a better turn than now. Oh, he does have sidesteps, so he's just going forwards. Well, we're not even gonna... Oh, no, we get him. We get him on the reroll. Forwards is probably better for the Norse. But even then, like, the chance of it going back out. Chooses not to use sidestep. He gets, chain push then. And that ball is easily retrievable for the elves. Double, just two 2+ dodges, and a third one to get out, and then punt it down here. Yeah, forwards would have been a disaster if it came out this way, so. Here's the one. Gets it on the second one, picks the ball up in tackle zone. Still just 2+. Do you risk the 2+2+ to get over here? No reroll. He gets it. Do you chuck it? Do you hold it? Tackle's right near you. He chucks it. Not the deepest throw, but a decent spot for the elves. I think I would have liked it like a little closer to the back. Like maybe like down here. But there's always the risk of it going out of bounds if you inaccurate that further. Unlikely for the Norse to score from this now. It's a long distance to go. You're going backwards to the ball on 5. Maybe only getting it up to the halfway line at the end of 6. It's going to be a rough job getting that ball all the way to the end zone. He made the play he needed to make, though. So if I'm Larkstar, I want this guy on the floor, and I want him dead. So that means I'm blitzing with tackle, and I'm fouling with the chainsaw. But I can't really get into this square to blitz from this thing. No, just the Norse Thessa. The ball was sacked by a 1-dice blitz leap from the strength 4. Okay, we re-roll because we really want this guy on the floor. Yeah, what do I say? Who needs Mighty Blow, guys? Who needs Mighty Blow? Just remove with every hit. You don't need it. Who needs Palm? Who needs Mighty Blow, you know? Is this guy a scoring threat? No. Unfortunately, no scoring threats for Haruma this turn. Nice scoring threat creation. That guy can now score. And he's not even on diving tackle anymore because of the positioning. That's a lot of guys around one strength, bro. Can anyone else get to the ball? Yes. Yes, Leaper can get there. I wonder if you can blitz your way free here through this runner. He sidesteps this way? No. Either sidestep leaves you a nice way out. All you have to do is cancel these 3 assists, and you have a 1D. But I don't think he can cancel the 3 assists anymore. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to cancel all the assists. Oh. Oh, we rolled 1. We almost got there. Oh, we rolled a double 1. Not the time to snake. Not the time to snake at all. Still needed 1 more GFI as well to get the ball. So tackle can hit this guy. Is this a 3-die if you go with Frenzy? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, needs 1 more to be a 3-die. Oh, gets the power the second try. Shocking, a hit that did not remove an elf. 3 strength ups, an agi, 2 agi ups. 2 mighty blows. 1 is a palmer. That's dead. Some guard. A lot of really good level ups on this elf team. It's an incredibly old elf team, though. This is the 2nd oldest team in playoffs. Not dead, Darby, but dead. Where is it? He got strength busted. I'm not actually sure how old this team is. If any of the Big O coaches in chat can enlighten us as to what season Haruma started this team. And I think Sage's team might be the only team that's older. I think it's Sage's team is the only team that's older, that's in playoffs. But I could be wrong on that. God, that dirty player tackle guy is a fucking boss. He's just like, every hit he makes breaks armor. That was the scary roll. The scary roll was that pickup. If he had failed it, this guy could have scored. But now he's in looking like a great spot to score. 7. Is that 1 GFI away from the end zone there? Finally get to use the chainsaw. Yeah, CheeseX's team is older, Luke, but CheeseX's team is not in the playoffs. Second oldest team in the playoffs. Yeah, I think Rebbl.net now has all of the seasons, Darb. Ooh, that's a 2. No. Yeah, that's a 2 coming out. On the 3-up. Again, this guy needs just 1 extra GFI to make it. And he can have a pretty nice screen on him the whole way, too. And you even get to blitz this guy with the Yeti as your last action. And you still get to foul this guy again for quite a lot more. One, 2, 3, 4 assists at least on the chainsaw foul. I wonder if you're better off fouling with the dirty player. Does anyone know this off the top of their heads? If you have that many assists, you might just be better than the dirty player. Better with the dirty player than the chainsaw there. I think the downside to the dirty player going is if you're using the dirty player, you have to bribe it. But if you're using the chainsaw, you just don't worry about the bribe at all, and you just let it go and save your bribe for the second half. Or you keep your chainsaw. Yeah. No, you just don't worry. So it's a +2 assist with chainsaw, so that's +5 to break armor. No, you don't bribe the chain because... I mean, you could, because you can bench it, that's for sure. But again, like, in the second half, like, dirty player still might just be better than the chainsaw at this point, because you have so many numbers, you're gonna get good fouls. Chainsaw works, and we're going in. We didn't even break armor with the chainsaw. Oh man, this connection. Yeah, this is Larkstar. Chainsaw's getting blitzed. There's a POW. Just a stun again. One GFI to score. Makes it. Where are all the L's? That's a good question, Gunner. We're gonna let Helmet go. Now, I mean, only 2 actual, like, Kaz so far in the Kaz box. There were 3, but 1 was Apo'd. So, I mean, they're still fielding 8 players right now because 2 KOs didn't wake up. But, I mean, they can get back up to 10 players. It's not bad. Can they one-turn this? Question mark. Well, let's see. Do they have any catchers on the field? No, they don't. All 3 catchers are off. There's not a 4th catcher on the team. Okay, they're not one-turning then. Yeah. Probably no one-turn because of this. No catchers got up. Kinda sucks. Agi catcher would have been a really good one-turner. Not sure there are enough players. Even with sidestep. Maybe, though. Maybe enough. Put your guy here, you blitz in. Sidestep up, you hit. I'm not sure. Looks to me like he's setting for a riot, or he's just placing his players away so that he can... think about it. Looks like he's gonna try to hit the Yeti down. Set up for LOS hits and hope for a riot. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. It's a blitz because the L's needed that. Yeah, at least it's not turn 9. Silver lining. I don't know. I don't think so. You can't reach him with the tackle easily, so I wouldn't go after the strip. I'd probably just, like, blitz this guy for damage, for numbers, and foul him or something. Since you still have the bribe. And you can do it with the Palmer. Ooh, that's a perfect. Palm it. Jump on him. Nothing. +2 foul. With a bribe. Been dirty player. Nothing. 5, 3, 4. That is one sturdy elf. What kind of blocks can we manufacture at this line? You get a 2 dice here. Or 2 dice this way. Followed by 2 dice this way. Or 2 dice here if you can get rid of this guy. Blitz this guy, 2 dice here, 2 dice here. All the pushes. Not what you want when you're trying to get back into the game. Can't even catch the ball. No vanity SBP for you. Let's see how the KOs do. Alright, they're both back up, so Haruma's back in the game. He's got 10 players. And we're going to swap sides and view it behind the High Elves for their offense. The Norse foul is not a people's elbow. It is a macho man elbow. Morally, with the wrestling knowledge. Setting chat right. Boomer on the line. I love it. Look at that beautiful armor 9 thick skull. Taking a hit for the team. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't really needed to hit the dodge that much. He's had the tackle doing it most of the time, but when he didn't have the tackle, he just rolled a bunch of pows on Frenzy, so... When in doubt, just roll pows. But yeah, he's dealt with it decently well. I mean, I'd throw bombs at elves morally. Just throw it at their feet. They can't catch it there. You just use the bomb as like an extra foul. Wow, what was that connection blip? Sorry if there's a bit of a connection issue. There's a bit of a storm outside, so can't really help that. Hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. Let's see if our line hits can even out the numbers a bit. Nope. Can't even find a break. Ball's very shallow. Els would much prefer the ball to be, I think, deeper. Away from the Norse. Going after the Yeti. Oh. Not the time for a dub skull. Haruma not getting the dice he wants. He just wants to punch some Norse. That is not reroll management, says chat. Yeah, a bit of a hard one to reroll manage when you roll a dub skull. And it's against Claw too. Yeah, one of your best pieces is always rolling a double skull against Claw. Rerolling it. Probably his best player on the pitch right now. Does have the early scoring threat in play. Might see a wizard here, honestly. You can open up a path to it. Not too difficult. I also wouldn't hate seeing a cheeky bomb on these three players at the end of turn. Just move your other guy out of there before you do it, and then you bomb this square here. Yes, it has a chance to hit Boomer as well, but, I mean, he's sturdy. He can take it. And bombing all three of these L's would be amazing. Yeah, throw's nice. Strength up, leaping tackle is the best player. Yeah, I really want to see the bomb to this square right here. I think it would be a really good idea. Suicide bombs with Boomer are one of my favorite things to do in Blood Bowl. Disturbing presence making itself known on the scoring threats. Oop, there goes a reroll from Larkstar. He had an extra one. What did I say? What did I say? MNG. But this dirty player tackle guy. Like, what's in his fucking Wheaties? Because he's not got Mighty Blow, but every hit he makes. Every hit he makes. Guy is a legend. A legend, I tell you. But to be fair, Darb, he has targeted the AV7 a lot on Haruma's team. As you can see by the players that are out off the pitch. A strong urge to force Larkstar to recycle him. Come on, Larkstar. Be the boomer man that we all want you to be. Boomer right here. Come on. You know you want to. The chance to drop 2 strength ups and the diving tackle. Aww. Where was he passing that to? Where was he passing that to that was a 5+? I guess he was passing it to here. But that doesn't make sense with where it landed all the way over here. No, that was a quick pass though. No, that was the right pass, I think. No, I think he passed it to the right spare. It's just it was a 3-up actually. Yeah, it just doesn't. I had to add them myself. Yeah, 3-up to get it to here. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least he tried, right? At least he tried. Now we can just bomb straight at him. Leaping to the end zone and passing to the end zone? Don't hate it. You have sidestep, so even if you fail the catch, like, you're not getting surfed back immediately. Yes, Agi accurate. So 2+ for a long pass. As long as you're outside of stink, which he is. It's not that scary because you have safe throw built in. And Agi 5 safe throw is relatively good. Your opponent would need a dice rolls of exactly 6-1-1 for it to be an intercept. Yeah, not only is it safe throw, but it's actually agility boosted safe throw because the safe throw roll is a natural agility roll. So with agility 4 it would be a 3+, and agility 5 it would be a 2+. Boomer sent off, keeping the bribe for his DP. I like it. And we're gonna go see how the Norse do on their offense now. Boomer had one job and he failed it. All he had to do was roll a 3-up to give us a good bomb. Yeah, still with a wizard. Yeah, taking an LS hit was nice too. I mean, he only costs 10k. You don't really need him to do that much to justify buying him. Yeah, I'd pay 10k to have an AV9 piece to take an LOS hit every game. Well, second half 1-1 Shrock. It was a quick score in the start the second half off. after a long 8-turn drive from the north. Where, Haruma valiantly tried and almost prevented the score. Just was like 1 turn short. And a couple bad removals short. I think maybe Haruma could have been a little more ambitious with his punt. Got it a little deeper, but yeah, that snake GFI was the worst. I think he had a real good shot of stealing and scoring without that snake GFI. Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent kick. Oh yeah, you definitely pile that. Yep, that's why. And that's a deadline elf. Oh, probably. Maybe you keep him. I probably wouldn't. Yeah, just an LS Lino for a bit. So you have the funds to replace him, I guess. Or until he dies another horrible death because he's sitting on the LOS. Then again, he might not have the cash to recycle it anytime soon because of what happened up there. Ooh, sure hands, necessary. That was a very scary one. If it failed, the sure hands bounced up and out. This was the L's chance. Oh, Yeti gets a Kaz. That's going to be really nice for getting this Yeti towards leveling. Haruma's not going to have very many players to start the next Big O season. That's for sure. So whoever in Div 1's, because Haruma's probably going to make it up to Div 1 if he wasn't in Div 1 already. And whoever gets him in that first week's going to be pretty happy. It's going to be a blitz from the tackle dirty player onto the plus strength. Gonna guard both corners. I'm incredibly surprised that this square is open. That's a single GFI and a leap to get a 2 dice on the ball with tackle. That is just... why? Like, this guy just should be here. Like, that's not stopping anything. Ooh, is that movement right? Yeah, that works. He gets there. Had to use the reroll. Knocks him down. Is it bait, though, or is it just bad? Because I think it's just bad. Like, you can call that bait, but if you're trying to bait that, that's just not good. We've got an Agi 5 thrower that can just waltz through on a couple 3+s. 3+, 2+. Yeah, I don't think it was a bait. I think he was just underestimating the leaping guy. Thinking that his diving tackle being out here was good, but it didn't really stop anything. Can't change positions. No, GFI, no, why? Oh no, GFI, why'd you have to fail? Unfortunate. Well, we can be assured that he's probably not leaving that open again. Yeah, I don't think a GFI was worth it there. Luckily, the Yeti has block, because that would have been terrible. That would have been very terrible if this was not a block Yeti. Get to the ball! Get to the ball, we believe! No, that's a POW. But still, there's less safe places to put this ball now. Because he's on the floor there. I liked scattering that. I liked being in that square, Shinshiro. Because if you get to this square, then he can just foul you and stand in the middle here. Whereas right now, he can't stand in the middle. I actually think that you foul before picking this ball up. As scary as that sounds, because you do have the bribe. He looks like he's just gonna go for a blitz, though. That's not good enough. That's not good enough to stop the threat. But he didn't foul first, so now there's an easy sack. Yeah, I like that. That's an okay spot. You can save that. And you can still foul from here. Yeah, there's no way that you're not fouling things with this team. Unfortunately, Luke, the fireball's on the other team. Though I would love to see them fireball their own players. It would be hilarious. So he just resets in front of the Norse. It's okay. Still, with only 5 elves movable and 2 stunned in the backfield. Ooh, that leap is going to require a reroll, because if you don't reroll it, he's getting gang fouled. And it's the last reroll for the half. He still fails it. The reroll's gone, and the player's potentially gone as well. If I'm Larkstar, I'm just walking sideways with the ball. Maybe up to here-ish. Get a nice cage here. And then stamping the hell out of this guy. Or maybe you just run up this side. That's also an option, just run up this way. And just leave this guy on the ground, but I don't like letting this guy reset. Looks like we're opting to come up the right side, though. Get away from this guy at least for a turn. Gets him more progression, for sure. He wasn't going to be able to... He could have progressed pretty far up here, too, though. Can blitz this guy and foul it. Love the diving tackle on 2 elves. Yet he doesn't want to move. Get the blitz we expected. Gets a POW. And a nice old +3 foul from this square here. And that's a dub 6 off an 11. And another MNG. Bribe is accepted. Lots of MNGs, but you know, only one really dead player, and it was the really busted guy anyways. Yeah, it's gonna suck that you're gonna miss all these other players next game, but you know, MNGs aren't dead, so, I mean, they're still alive. Oh, there's definitely a team to play. He's lost 1 player, Sauce. And it was a player that needed to be recycled at some point anyways. Yeah, we can't even hurt the dirty player. I don't think Crusader is going to be in the same div, Luke. Yeah, rostered. Yeah, the first game of next season just a wash off. A lot of loners. That's probably true. The only knockdown was the sack. Looks like we're gonna go after this strength guy. I love moving the ball before making any dice rolls. I think that's smart. And I love that he's gonna be able to get guard on both corners again. He's even gonna go for an anti-leap cage. Well, he's not basing the cage, David. He's blitzing that. It gets extra assists for the foul this way. He even has the rerolls to greet it. It's strength 4 though. But, I mean, I guess he's also strength 4, but you could have made it safe-ish. I don't think it was that big a deal. Ooh. Ref is actually on point now. I wouldn't say he's playing really greedy, he's just trying to remove L's. See? Now you just foul this. Though I'd move the ball sideways one. Actually, do you foul this guy instead? Because this guy's stunned, you foul this guy. Yeah, I wouldn't say they've had like not great dice, and then the removals have just completely trashed them as well. I mean, it was just like this guy, just every single hit he made was a removal for like a while. Bolt the edgy 5. Certainly a choice. I think he holds the bolt till 16. But yeah, definitely bolt something on 16. Not a double guard cage when he could have had one. A little sloppy, but the Leaper's kind of like not doing anything this turn, so it's not that big of a deal. And it's going to be hard to get into this square anyways. Sauce smelling some mercy with no foul that turn. Agi 5 gets there, but you also have to get someone to cancel these 2 assists. So you need this dodge as well. Or dodge, 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 dodge. Or dodge, 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 walk. And then it's... But then that's the square you want to dodge, 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 go. And then you come through here. It'd be a 1 dice, David. If you do the other things. I almost forgot about this guy back here. They've just been like standing back there. One guy eating up 2 elves. That's hilarious. So what's the distance on this guy? Scoring threat. How far can this guy go? There. So you want the ball over here. So you bolt this thing, you blitz this thing, and you put the ball over here. Ooh, just pushes. Still just pushes. Yeah, he did try to dive the turn before, he just failed. One for 5. Ooh, tried to blitz with the Yeti, probably on the thrower. Or on this thing again. Will foul. Nothing. Scary now. There's a chance. There's a world in which you get this sack. And punt it. It's actually not that hard of a world. You run this guy 1 dodge into here. You bolt the thrower. I agree with you 100%, Sauce. Bolt the thrower and hope it's armor breaks. Or you bolt the scoring threat. That guy can't score. You bolt this guy. Actually, no, wait. 1, 2, 3. No, bolting him you need to break. I think you bolt the thrower. Or we dodge away from diving tackle. Or just dodge away and fail. Okay, well there's a shot, guys. So this guy dodges to here. You leap to here, and you 1 dice ball goes this way, which kind of sucks. You take it up, you long bomb it here, you run up, you hand off, and you score. What is that? Oh, I see what that is. No, I'm okay with that. You're making sure that this guy doesn't have as good a chance to catch it. Oh, are we blitzing from here? So that he can't step left. Okay, I like that too. Blitzing from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. GFI. Adds a GFI though. Unless you want to do this dodge, which sucks. But I do like that. It's a 1-day. Oh, no, it is red because of this thing. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all then. I would have liked this guy in here, and you do it from here. That's a 1D. This is red. I don't think he thought this through. No, because he's got the extra assist here that we miss. or were you talking about the one? The one that he was gonna roll on the leap? Because that was definitely a 1. Yeah, it didn't matter, but it was a slightly sloppy play. We should have based here and blitzed from here. Fails the leap. Didn't bolt. Did not bolt. I'm really sad. We're gonna have to berate Larkstar for that. So I was gonna say, is there any world in which you don't score and you take it to overtime just to get more attempts at casting elves? But the answer to that is no, don't do that. But they would be funny. It was a tough game for 19 armor breaks from the Norse, only 3 from the elves. That is sad. It's a lot. That was 19 blocks too? I mean, I know it's low because obviously the snowball. Yeah, I agree with Ramaset, hell no. But it was something to ask. Yeah, so 19 blocks is low, but that's just because of the snowball. There weren't many players to throw blocks with. Yeah, it was a real tough game. 9, 11, 14, 16, 18, 23 SPP for the Norse. They're going to be really happy about that. So 72% armor for Norse, very above average. 48% armor for the High Elves, very below average. 53% injury, pretty bad too. 11% on Kaz. Oof. Oof. How are you doing, Larkstar? Nice win. Congrats. Three for 5 on leaps. That's real bad. That's real bad. This is a leaping Black Orc. It's a leaping Black Orc with that number. Yeah, the Wizard Lark. Are you going soft, Lark? Did you just not want to bolt that thrower? We're just teasing you, man. It was a good game. Luckily, he only lost 1 player, and it was a guy who was probably on his last legs. So at least you only MNG'd half his team and not killed them. But yeah, it was a tough one. But yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoy your next round. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at the bracket to see what you could potentially face, but I can pull it up to see. Let's see. Nurgle or Chaos? I think that's Chaos. I'm not exactly sure on these names. So I hope you enjoy playing against Nurgle or Chaos or whatever that other team is. Yeah, that Niggle is pretty bombing. Anyways, yep, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I'm gonna see if I can throw you guys over to the other game that should be going on right now. I think there is one. Let me just check to make sure. Yeah, Hiroto's game should have started a few minutes ago, so I'm gonna go throw you to that game, and that is a playoffs game between Varkson and Duberman, I think? Is that the Barroom Blusters versus Average Joe's Gym? I think that's Duberman, but I'm bad with remembering those names, so I think that's his team. Anyways, I'm gonna throw you guys over there. Thanks for joining me for this one. It was a fun game, even though it was a bit one-sided by the end. And let's just see if this one is up. Are they actually up right now? Doesn't look like they're up.